You've been a long time user of Checkout Champ. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
My name's Trey Lewellen, and we run ecom product offers primarily online. And so we just sell a lot of trinkets. Someone told me I'm the master at selling trinkets. So that's what we're really good at, and that's why we use Checkout Champ.
Well, let's done survival products. You've done T-shirts. You've done stickers. You've done presidential election type products. What are your favorite categories that you like to delve into?
We really don't look at categories. We more so look at can we attach ourselves to the news, and can we sell a product that's quality that offers to as a public offer, meaning pretty much if you got a beating heart, you have an 80% chance of buying that product, right? Versus going down like in a specific niche and getting very narrow. We like to go broad and cast a huge wide net on a specific product that most people can buy. So like one of ours is like a butter knife. And so the butter knife is realistically anybody who loves butter and bread, which is pretty much 80% of America, right? So like little things like that. And so it just is a really good offer for the public. And that's what we do. We just find those offers and see if we can scale them to the moon.
Excellent. How long have you guys been in business?
We've been doing it for 8 years.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned about running your own online business over time?
So the biggest lesson that I've learned is scaling and decreasing your overhead. So like, for instance, when we get a hot offer, we have to go hire call centers. We got to go hire people to do our emails. We have to do, hire people to fulfill. And for me, what I found was the first time we had a really big offer, like a blockbuster offer, we did everything internal. So we hired 25 people to ship our own products. We hired 50 people to take our phone calls. We hired COO, CEO, like the whole bit. And when the offer died, which I didn't expect it to, then I had 75 employees that I was paying for every single month out of my own bank account versus the profits that was coming from the offer that had recently died. And so I looked at another source. His name's AJ Kubani, who runs the As Seen on TV ads. And I was curious on how he ran his business. And so I reached out to a couple colleagues who had worked with him in the past. And they said he pretty much has like 10 employees and then everything else is outsourced. And I thought that was freaking genius. And so it makes sense because as you scale, you can go attach yourself to a call center, let's say that has 1,000 agents, and you say, hey, we need 30 agents tomorrow. They can go make that happen. Or if you need people on email or people on chat, or if you need a fulfillment center, like we are fulfilling all our own orders. So we've connected through to 3PL services. Yeah. And so by being able to do that, no longer am I, relying on my hiring and HR and quality control and, all the complaints and all that stuff. It's more like it's a phone call away of, hey, I need 30 people on the calls. I need 30 people on emails. I need, 20 people shipping product. And when the offer dies, I walk away. So I let everybody else kind of hold that burden of having those agents or those workers or those employees at the end of the offer to kind of do what they want with them, if they want to put them on a different campaign or have other offers that they want to push out to. But I would say that's probably one of the biggest life lessons that I've learned on running a scalable, cyclical business.
Now, you mentioned something earlier where you said you reinvent yourself every 4 to 5 months. Do you have a defined process? Like, it's okay, we're not going to skip any of the steps. These are the steps, 1, 2, 3, all the way through whatever it might be, to make sure that we hit all the hot points or metrics that we need to have a successful offer.
I wish it was that easy. Do I have a process? No, not really. I mean, we just kind of look at offers or see what's working or see what's selling or could sell, or go to China or we, source Alibaba or source AliExpress to see what products are possibly good hits. And then we'll throw some traffic at them and see if they do okay. Once we do get a winner, then, we start, looking at how do we scale it, right? Like, how do we make the offer pay for itself? how do we make sure that there's enough money and enough profit in it to make it make sense to scale it. So yeah, dude, I mean, it's not easy. That's for damn sure. Like, it is not easy finding a hot product that scales. So when you do find one, you definitely want to keep it close to your chest.
Do you believe, being an entrepreneur, that entrepreneurs are born or are they created over time?
That's a great question. I definitely wasn't born with it. I guess I was created by it, but I guess I just saw my dad working, like he was an entrepreneur, he was doing his thing. So I just grew up kind of with it. And he was always a hard worker. He was doing like rental properties, or he was doing insurance. And so I guess I saw that and was like, oh, maybe I should work hard one day. And he taught me the value of money. And, like, hey, if you want stuff, you got to go make your own money. And so, I started, like everybody else, I created my own newspapers. I started doing lemonade stands. I did, anything to try to make cash. And then I started, like a tea business, and had my failures with that. I did an MLM, which is a multi-level marketing, had my ups and downs with that, but it was all really good nurturing things that I did in my life to tell me how to run businesses. Right. And so I guess it's created, is what I would say.
Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the interview. Why did you decide to try Checkout Champ, and what problems were you trying to solve when you chose the platform?
So the number one thing that happens with what we do is competitors and copycats. And the number one thing that would happen when we were running on other platforms is these copycats would come in and they would literally make the same websites as us. And when they did that, all of a sudden the traffic would shift over to their offer, and they would leave our offer, because affiliates don't care who you are, right? They just want to make the next buck. And so the only thing that was different that we could find was the speed of the website. The speed of the website was controlling who got the most traffic. And we didn't have the expertise to build those websites, or to have the viability, or like the functionality, or the foundation to even figure out how to do all that. Right. And so I was literally reading a forum. I probably should have took a screenshot of it, because it changed how we do business. But someone mentioned Checkout Champ in a Facebook forum. Someone said, hey, what are all the, the best funnel building websites out there? And it was in some sort of chat forum, and Checkout Champ came up, and I had never heard of Checkout Champ, never heard of it. And so I did some research about it, and then I don't know what I did from there, because I think I filled out a form or something, but it was very like hard to become a user right at the time. And I think it was like a private invite only or something like that. And I got I don't know who reached out. Someone reached out. We talked about it, and we did a demo call. And I was like, holy smokes, this is like absolutely amazing and stunning. But I also had my reservations, because like every other, site that I've seen like yours, they blow the smoke, right? Like, oh, it's fast. Oh, it has this. It has CRM. It has connections and integrations and plugins and all these widgets and wham cool things. And then you get in there and figure out like it all never works, right? Like the integrations don't work, or there's something clunky, or I break it. And I remember telling the rep that was with me, I was like, well, I'm going to be your best advocate, because I'm going to go break stuff. Because usually when I go in there, I try to do things that aren't possible that you say is possible. And then all of a sudden it just breaks down. And then, everybody's spending money just trying to make it fixed. And I was unable to do that with Checkout Champ. I was unable to break it.
It's still invitation only, by the way.
I've literally been unable to break it, which is pretty like astonishing, to say the least. It had scale. We were on it. Check this out. We were on a different platform 6 years ago, and we were running traffic. We got a big hit, and I don't know if it was us or whatever happened, but the whole platform went down for 3 days. 3 days. So what that means is affiliates are still sending traffic. We're being told that the platform will come back up. 24 hours pass, 40 hours pass, 72 hours pass. It's like almost time to pull the plug, because every day that we made sales, well, we weren't making sales, but the affiliates were sending traffic. And so we had to do what's called a make good, and we had to pay them for that traffic. So it cost us, I think, over $350,000 in lost money just because the website was down.
Whoa.
And it was bad. And so what's nice with Checkout Champ is like, no matter if we scale from, 10 clicks, let's say, to 2,000 clicks an hour to 5,000 clicks an hour, we've never seen it slow down. We've never seen like it break, or like there's been EPC drops, right? Earnings per click drops. And so that's really good too. Like, you guys are made for scalability. Like, I think your foundation is really set up well for someone who wants to come in and say, hey, I want to go scale my offer, because most people don't know, but there's so much things that are happening in the background of Checkout Champ that even I don't know what's happening, but I definitely know like there's loads that are hitting on the server, and like there's attackers trying to hack you, and like there's all the stuff that I don't have to deal with. And I just need to know that, hey, if I'm going to send 10,000 clicks today or 100,000 clicks today, my website's going to be up, and it's going to be able to take transactions, and it's going to be able to make money. And because I didn't know that was a fear until it happened to me for 3 days, and it was a $350,000 lesson is what I got that.
What are the top 3 changes that you've noticed with Checkout Champ?
We literally have one software versus 10.
Yeah.
So that was nice. We our support channels integrate with Checkout Champ, meaning like email support, phone orderings, like our order system. Usually it's all like in 5 different systems. And with Checkout Champ, it's all in one system. So that's nice. Like, that's amazing, because you literally create one user login and you're good to go, right? I love that the order forms are in place for the call center and for our e-commerce pages. That has been absolutely amazing. What else do I like about it? You don't limit us, which is nice. You don't limit us for like just having one merchant or 2 order forms on a funnel.
How about multi-site, multi-storefront, unlimited merchant accounts?
Something that the rep and I just went over, which is so amazing, is so we integrate with ShipStation, right? Through Checkout Champ. And we've never had this before, where ShipStation sends back the tracking number and applies it to the orders that are going out. And then what's nice with you guys is you have a funnel that's designed by you guys. You just literally click 2 buttons and it's live, where customers can come in, they put in their email and their order ID, and it pulls up all their orders and all their tracking information. And that reduces call center flow, that reduces email flow. So I'm not getting, where's my order anymore. They know how to go track their order. And so they're doing the customer service aspect on their own without us having to pay for more call center people to answer that same question that they're able to get themselves.
Which reduces consumer frustration, reduces phone calls to your call center, and probably reduces chargebacks, returns, and other things.
Absolutely.
What did you think your biggest challenge was with switching over to Checkout Champ?
Just learning how to control it, or how it all kind of works together. And that probably took me 30 days of being in it and figuring out how everything is, where everything goes. But now my brain's trained on how you guys operate and how it's supposed to work. And so I whip through it, right? Like, it doesn't take me, but I don't know, a couple hours to pull up a full campaign, full funnel, and off we go.
And what are your thoughts on your Checkout Champ account manager and our support team?
Top notch, white glove. You don't find that anywhere else, like that was the thing. Website's down. Who do you call? There is no 1-800 number. There's no chat. There's, you got an email that you type in and then hope that you get a response. And then usually the response is it's their fault, not our fault. And then it's a blame category, right? Whereas with you guys, I mean, we use Skype. So we Skype directly with our rep. It's not like an email support ticket. It's someone who's on Skype calls with us. They know our campaigns, they know our products, like they know everything about us. And so it's very easy to make a quick call and say, hey, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. I'm missing something, and either they'll, they can refer to a help document that makes sense, or they'll say, I'll do it. Here's how you do it, or hey, let me just go do it for you. And so it's usually one of those three, which I love all three. All three is great because it trains me how to do it, and then I know I can teach our team how to do it. But I have not seen that anywhere else in any type of platform, funnel building software, where you literally get a rep at no extra cost, right? At no extra cost, like it comes with the user, credentials, as you say. And so that's been top notch.
But you've had over, I don't know how long you've been with us, 2 years, maybe a little longer. You've had other product or solution technology recommendations. We've done a pretty good job of building those out for you the way you wanted them.
We built a website that needed personalization, and we had to send the personalization from our funnel, which was built in Checkout Champ, over to ShipStation. And most of it is already built out, but I think one little thing needed to happen where if someone placed a second order, it was deleted and then a new one was replaced. And I think that was done within 48 hours, and it was golden. Like, we were good to go.
Now, you're the owner of Kommerce Kings. You run Kommerce Kings, which is a group. Tell us what Kommerce Kings is.
So basically, we just teach people how to do what we do, how to go out and build their offers, how to go out and, like, sometimes, if they're in a makeup beauty brand, or if they're in a, garden niche, or whatever niche they're in, we just teach them the fundamentals of kind of what we do, how to scale, and how to create $100 million brand.
Would you recommend Checkout Champ to other e-commerce store owners and product companies?
It's all we recommend for people who want to scale and want to have fast loading websites and that need an all-in-one service.
If you could give one piece of advice to an entrepreneur trying to get into e-commerce, it might be in their 20s or 30s, brand new entrepreneur, what would that advice be?
I'm a huge believer in funnels. But in order to understand funnels, you have to kind of learn funnels, right? And so, man, it's the only thing I know because I teach it, which is our perfect product funnel stuff. I'm not here to promote that. I just know that I've taken so many people who've struggled through funnels for like years to, it's just a downloadable funnel and it sells stickers and to a niche, and people are having the highest success of getting their first conversions online with that specific funnel. And that funnel teaches the foundation of inventory, sales, funnel numbers, funnel metrics, optimization, phone support, customer support. It's a very simple funnel, but then they grow out from that to selling maybe their own product, or, selling their own brand, or whatever they want to do. But like, find somebody who's doing what you want to do in the funnel e-com world and call them up, reach out to them and ask them, hey, will you teach me? Will you be a mentor of mine? You might get some no's, but I guarantee some people will say yes. There's coaches, consultants that obviously teach funnels, but then I think there's other people who just kind of have their own business and would be flattered to receive a phone call that's like, hey, I see what you're doing. I'd love to be a part. Can I come work for you? Can you teach me? Because geez, there's so much abundance out there that if someone thinks that, you're going to destroy their life because you're doing exactly what they're doing, they're very naive. But I think most entrepreneurs who are at a higher level understand that there's so much traffic and so many eyeballs out there to purchase products that'll never be the case, right? There's enough for everyone to go around. There's infinite money.
Would you agree that targeted sales funnels will always outconvert large storefronts?
I've not been able to have a storefront outconvert us. A funnel always outconverts a Shopify store by 2x on the conversion, and then usually 2x on the cart. So it's usually a 4x of what a Shopify store will do. So if a Shopify store is doing usually like 1.2 click to order, a funnel can do usually around like 2.6 to 3. So it'll double. And then if the carts on Shopify are $50, we can usually make them about $100 on a funnel, just because you have the upsell pass and downsells, continuity renewals, all that stuff. And so you get a 4x return. So the people who are making money on Shopify stores through Facebook ads, like, God bless them. I don't know how they do it. But think if you take that knowledge and education and Facebook advertising, and you take it to a funnel where you 4x your money, like, changes the game.
Absolutely. All right. That is all I have for you. Trey Lewellen, I appreciate your time. We'll
Yeah.
see you in a couple months.
Yeah.
And-
Like, the biggest, what keeps me up at night
What's that?
is you saying I'm retiring, because yeah, because you have such a great thing that's going on, that's helping so many people such as us, like, companies that are trying to do it up, that what keeps me up awake at night is if Matt goes away, he's just like, screw it, check out Champs, it was a good time, was a good role. I would definitely miss it, and I would be forever heartbroken.
I'm going to go on record right now and say, I'm not going anywhere. I love what I'm doing. This is way too much fun to retire.
There you go. All right, well, fair enough. Me too.
All right, man. Well, it was good seeing you. We'll talk to you soon.
See you, buddy.